Can you lead us in the pledge, please?
We'll do our best.
I guess.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Thank you. This is basically, we're going to do two meetings tonight. The first meeting is our reorganizational meeting. And the first thing we need to do is swear in the district clerk, otherwise we can all go home and we can't go any further. So that's the first order of business. So we need a motion to appoint
Gary as our district clerk.
second. All in favor? Aye. Unanimous, thank you.
Did you?
Yes, you accept.
I do.
So there's an oath of office here.
Yeah, read what's on the sheet of paper.
And this one?
Yep.
Okay. All right, you ready? Do you solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge, according to the best of your ability, the duties of the office of clerk of the board of Geneseo Central School, which you are now in?
I do.
Welcome, thank you.
Thank you.
What do we do here?
You need to sign.
Here?
Yep.
Thank you.
Now I need to do the.
Now we did that, so where are we at? 3.
So I'm doing the oaths for both Mike
Are-
and Craig, who are staying on.
Sworn in.
You sworn at again.
We're doing Mike first. Do you solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge, according to the best of your ability, the duties of the office of school board member of the Geneseo Central School District, to which you are now assigned?
I do.
And then Craig, do you solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge, according to the best of your ability, the duties of the office of school board member of the Geneseo Central School District, to which you are now assigned? Yep.
I practiced that.
Hey, I like it. Should have an MD at the end of your name.
No, I sign way too many checks every week.
We need to stamp.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's the way it's still a stamp.
We're gonna go up to 1.05.
See everything was new.
All right.
Oh, wait, no, I skipped. We gotta just, we gotta do
We need a superintendent.
We need
Oh, we need a
to.
superintendent, yeah.
I think we're not gonna bypass that.
Do you solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge, according to the best of your ability, the duties of the office of superintendent of the Geneseo Central School District, to which you are now assigned? I do.
Okay. Now we're at 1.05.
One of our checks.
Well, 5, okay.
Yeah, I'd like to entertain a motion or to accept any nominations for the office of President of the Board of Education. Well, we gotta nominate somebody,
Right.
then we consider.
Well, yeah, well, you wouldn't,
So,
you'd actually move somebody for president.
so are there any? I'll move for Dave Boyer for president. Are there any other candidates for interest in president? All right. Motion made and seconded. I'll call for you.
Okay. All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you everyone very much.
Think you did?
So now we, oh, do I have to
Jerry,
Yep.
do something here?
Yep. Do you solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge, according to the best of your ability, the duties of the office of President of the Board of Education of the Geneseo Central School District, to which you are now assigned?
I do.
Perfect.
Thank you. The tab, right?
6 and 7.
Can't do it as fast as Craig. Okay, now,
Under 1.08. Accept any nominations for the office of Vice President of the Board of Education. Like, motion to, Mike Salio for Vice President. Second. Anybody opposed?
the other
Any other
nomination?
nominations?
Okay, so let's put your head down. All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Unanimous, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Mike, indeed.
And do you solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge, according to the best of your ability, the duties of the office of Vice President of the Board of Education of the Geneseo Central School District, to which you are now assigned?
Okay, that takes us to 1.10.
So, well, now we're on to the twos, right?
So now we can do a consent.
Thanks to our district clerk.
Right.
Looks like we can do a consent on all of them, remember, well, from here on out.
Okay, I entertain under appointment of officers, entertain a consent motion for items 2.02 and 2.06. The treasurer, deputy purchasing agent, tax collector, and district clerk pro temp.
Second bit?
Questions on any of those? All in favor? Say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you. And the threes,
Under other appointments, entertain the consent motion for items 3.02 to 3.33.
Second?
A lot of people.
Oh, that's our meeting number.
you good? Okay.
We good?
So second, any questions on any of those?
I'm going to abstain from voting 3.33 just based on.
Okay.
Teresa being involved in some of those. I will abstain from 3.
Okay. So all in favor, say aye.
Right?
Aye. Anyone opposed? And one abstention.
Okay. Under designations. Entertain a consent motion for items 4.02 through 4.09.
Second?
Thanks, newspapers, mileage. Made and seconded.
Go ahead.
Did someone second it? Because I have a question
Yep.
just on.
Yep.
For 4.06 is start rates, the lifeguard rate in New York State went up. Does that not apply to the district?
We did increase it from last year. It was $13.20 to $14.75. Is there a New York State lifeguard rate that we're not aware of?
I think so, but I just don't know if it applies to New York State. I mean, to the school district. There's some lifeguarding rate that came out that was for all government.
What we can do, Julie, is we can look that up. If we need to change that, we can, have a board resolution at our next meeting.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried, thank you.
Okay, under authorizations. Let's entertain a consent motion for items 5.02 through 5.15.
Second.
Questions on any of those? We good? Okay.
Good.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Carried. Thank you. Let's move right along.
Under bonding personnel. Entertain a consent motion for items 6.02 and 6.03. Who is, but, I'm sorry, let me do 6.02.
Yeah.
Just entertain a motion for item 6.02.
Second.
Okay, that's been me and I'm happy to continue in that role.
They're just
No,
doing
no.
6.02.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
oh, I got a different 602. Okay. I should be looking at the current one. Sorry about that.
I held off 6.03.
Okay. Okay. Good. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? So now you got,
Okay, so now entertain a motion for item 6.03, Genesee Valley School Board Representative.
okay,
That's you, David,
okay, yep.
for the year 2022 to 2023.
You wish to continue, right, you said?
Yes, sir.
Second. All yours.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
under other items. I'd like to entertain a motion for items 7.02 through 7.08.
Second.
Questions?
No questions, comment, looking through the plans in depth, so whoever the staff members were involved, a lot of time, energy, all that, speak, so thank you to whoever's, yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff, and what we made sure to do this year was to make sure that it was part of our reorg meeting. In the past, we've had them intermittently throughout the year, so we really made a mission and a goal to have these ready for board approval at our reorg, and our administrative team did it. So absolutely, a lot of hard work. Thank you.
Okay, good.
With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the reorganization meeting at 7:00.
Second.
Favor?
All right.
Anyone opposed to that? Thank you.
It's just changed.
Okay.
The only thing I see about lifeguards is New York State, in the New York State facilities, they increase the rate dramatically, but it doesn't say anything about. It wouldn't. do
It was all
it.
the parks and everything. I just
Right.
didn't know if it applied to us.
It doesn't appear as if what I'm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And don't give them any ideas. Oh, no.
Keep your head down.
Yeah.
It's 0.2.
Okay, want to keep going? We call the meeting, the regular meeting of July 5th to order. Perhaps we can dispense with the pledge since we just did it.
Mhm.
No,
Entertain a motion for item 1.02, the approval of the July 5th, 2022 regular board meeting agenda.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Item 1.03, approval of the June 21st, 2022 regular board meeting minutes.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. So we go right to, committee report. Huh?
Under audit finance, there's no report other than I would like to state that we maintain, subject to your approval, maintain the first, prior to the first meeting of each month, we continue the audit finance meetings, 1 hour prior to the meeting. Okay, we're good.
Ditto policy, will continue to meet if it's okay with the committee, prior to the second meeting of the month. And the GCEF, you can report as needed, I guess.
Right, we just report out as, either they offer to do what they did this year, which was to provide a service, and recognize all of our faculty and staff, and or as they're submitting and approving grants for that.
Good deal. So we can go, right to
Under
personnel.
personnel, we'll do a consent motion, but is there anything in particular you want to make any comments on any of these as we get to it?
Yeah, I
Next,
did it.
so under personnel, entertain a consent motion for items 4.02 through 4.19.
Questions on any of those?
So one of the things you can see is that, we've been doing a lot of hiring. And really that is, a big undertaking that our administrative team does. So they do a very thorough job. One of the things that sometimes you hear is that references aren't checked and our administrators make sure that that's stuff that's not missed. So this has been a very busy beginning of our summer.
Team inputs.
Kudos to filling those spots so quickly. And Craig, how are you looking for coaches in the fall?
You know, through it.
Couple,
So
so
everybody,
I got a couple mod boys soccer, mod girls soccer, mod boys, I think I have all set, but we wait for the next one. Mod girls soccer, we still approximately hiring a few people. So I want to see how that plays out.
you mentioned the
Mod girls fall, so I have one person, so we're just waiting to see if we can find a second person.
I think when we get to 4.1, we can talk about that. The appointment of coaches.
we just approved it.
So do you,
you're not approved it yet.
so Craig, one of the questions was,
Sounds
the physical fitness contract that we have for the University of Rochester, which is really preconditioning, trying to prevent athletic injuries. You know, a specific question about, do we need to do anything in addition to condition for our turf field and really help sure our athletes are not gonna get injured? Or do the best that we can
Yeah.
to prevent that.
No guarantees, but
Right, no, I have Cameron and I have been communicating a little bit about continuing I guess.
can you describe the program? I remember you brought it up.
Yeah, so we experimented this spring with the track team, boys and girls track team. So they had a strength and conditioning coach that came down a couple times a week and worked with the boys and girls team. It was a little tough because their numbers were so high, so it's a little bit difficult to get everyone in and out of it. They had a nutritionist piece, and then they also had a psychologist come down and talk to them. So that was kind of that component of it, just to see how it all played out. I am working with Cameron again to see if we can continue that a little bit in the fall. I also have been in conversation with David Wolcott, who's also a JV baseball coach, also a physical therapist to U of R. He's done some ACL prevention stuff with like a girls soccer team last year. And so they do it pretty much every day before practice at girls soccer team.
Yeah, that's an area kind of near and dear to me a little bit.
So, we're in conversations about doing some professional development with our coaches so that they can take that and work with that with the athletes.
Excellent.
Kind of in the process of getting that all set, hopefully by August 22nd.
Okay.
So, but, yeah, we definitely will look at doing some stuff to make sure that we try to prevent, the injuries the best we can.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions on, those items? Not all in favor?
All right,
Aye. Anyone opposed? Yes, thank you.
Okay, under new business. Entertain any consent motion for items 5.02 to 5.10.
second,
Questions on any of those?
5.10, is that, that's something we touched upon in finance. Maybe that we were gonna talk about, like shared services. That's the contract, the BOCES contract.
Yeah, so 1.2, that's all the services that we have signed up for next year for both schools.
Is that something that needs to be approved now before we have that discussion in finance?
Yes, because these are our services that we already have set up for our students, for services that we've engaged in this year. So just because we've started the shared service conversation isn't gonna impact the services that we've already signed up and agreed to receive through BOCES.
Okay.
Yeah, just to that point, but I'll send out, please leave a note again to send out the summary that we did a few years back relative to all the services that BOCES and us have. And we actually put some numbers on it, so it was several $1 million.
Okay, everybody good? All in favor of those items, say aye.
right?
Anyone opposed? Unanimous, thank you. Business office,
Under business office, I'd like to entertain a motion, a consent motion for items 6.02 to 6.04. First two, 03, 02 and 03 being change orders for the CIP.
Second,
comments, on any of those questions? No? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
all right?
Aye. Anyone opposed? Carried, thank you. Guess that's it.
Well, we did,
Yeah.
we
Oh.
already have a
Oh.
discussion item and I just
Yeah,
didn't make
the
the
net.
agenda about having the nets around the turf field.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
In the original capital improvement project, there was netting on the both ends and then the west side of the field. And when we did our value engineering, it was $97,000. And so all the netting did come out of the project, but Craig has some creative ideas maybe to share.
Yeah, I don't have anything specific till I see what we have to work with there, but my point was, it's a soccer ball. There's no human safety involved here. We don't, 97,000 is just a crazy amount to catch soccer balls. I'm guessing you can buy some netting, whatever we have for fencing there, probably extend a couple of posts, get some supports on them, stretch the netting out, and I would bet our maintenance staff could do that for 5,000.
So my understanding is we did question that, was the actual fence posts that we have out there to not have netting are significantly smaller than what you would need to have. And they went up to 18 feet, 20 feet. So it was, pretty, that's pretty high netting, but I mean, maybe there's a compromise,
Yeah,
not
so
going
so
20
not
feet.
right, let some of them go over, but not most of them. And
Mhm.
I mean, it's just,
Did we tie it between the light posts? I mean, just, and then in the ends, it being what we had before.
So I'm not sure what, I believe we still have the netting. I believe those nets were taken down prior to
Oh, our netting
our netting. that
from
was
the
already up
Eagle
there.
Scout.
Right, I believe we still have those nets. Good. So it would just be about police putting those up either on the end or somewhere that we can still utilize those two. And then we can always look at it. They weren't that expensive with that kind of netting.
right.
But we can look into those, some options. Concerning that. But I know we currently have the netting that was on both end zones. That we could definitely figure out where to put them.
That would definitely be a big help.
Is the fence up now?
Depends.
Yeah,
It-
yeah, I was
yeah,
just
I
looking for-
actually looked today. and
I
stuff.
took some pictures and was trying to find them. but I couldn't.
I'll have to look at it. I
Yeah.
just can't. Doesn't take that much to stop a soccer ball.
Good thoughts.
Footballs too, right?
They're valuable though, $65 a ball, so.
You wanna walk out there and get
Right.
poison ivy, there's about 200 out there.
Oh.
There's a lot. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
There's a lot.
You're right.
So, to be continued, I guess,
Yeah.
on that.
So with that, I'll
Anything else?
entertain a motion to enter into executive session for one contract discussion and superintendent evaluation discussion.
Second, sorry. So we can.
All in favor?
Right?
Aye. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to our clerk, or we would have been